And now, in theory, we are live over there. There we go. Excellent. And in fact, I'm even doing the thing. Oh, wait. There it is. I'm even doing the thing I was doing in the thumbnail. I'm pointing, pontificating, and making a goofy face. So if that works for you guys, then we'll go ahead and continue. But the important thing is the horse race is on. Who is going to be the first? And of course, it's Dylan Theus. That's what? No, I was going to say multiple in a row. That's one in a row for Dylan. Hello, John Ogden. Hello, Ray. We got three. We got three of the amazing cameras. You're not even seeing the amazing camera. You're seeing a fine camera. Oh, sure, this camera can follow me. But, and yes, it does have a shallow depth of field, a marker of quality, something that tickles your brain and lets you know at a subconscious level instantly that no, this is not just a crappy webcam. It's a fine. Thank you very much, Mr. Pickle. Fourth place is the first of the rest. You're the, you know what? You're the everyman. You're the populace. You're the regular people. Ray, so the one you're actually seeing on me now is, just to bring everyone up to speed, if somebody theoretically hasn't been watching every single one. By the way, I'm not asking for much, just 2 to 3 hours of your day every single day. Seems fair to me, right? I mean, I'm showing up. Why aren't you? So the first thing, we built this studio with the intention of fast turnaround and maximizing authenticity. It's a very long-term bet that I'm making that in the future, where polish is going to be more and more cheap, but authenticity is going to be more and more valued. So rethought the entire former dojo, now podcast studio, and we built everything around these $300 versions of the cameras. And we focused a lot on fundamentals. We learned how lighting works. We learned how the live switching, the streaming works. We're now into the weeds on learning how to do post-production with Adobe Premiere. But a new player has entered the scene, and that is what we're going to talk about today. These cameras, so see this little guy right here? This itty-bitty little guy is the OBS Bot Tiny 2. We set up a whole bunch of cool things. So right now, this is it doing a close-up auto track, but you could also... Oh, yeah. But in this case, you can see that's a good zoom. That's an effective zoom, but you can see the little noise, a little bit of pixelating, a little bit of artifacting on here. This is not a disaster, especially for live stream. It's great quality, right? It's way better than you would see most places, but nobody would confuse this on a fully produced episode of The Modern Rogue for being one of our good DSLRs. And now, we get shockingly close on this because we can do significant post-production. AI polish is getting better and better and better. But yes, there are gesture controls, Alex, that you can do to make it zoom and do all of that stuff. But if you guys have not seen the difference between that one and the new hotness, and when I say the new hotness, I mean 1 week. Well, hello, Brendan. So we're going to see, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to bust open the app right here. OBS Bot Start. And I think I have it plugged into the HDMI over there. Yeah, we should probably set up one of them multi shots. One of these guys. And oh, look at all these. Okay, so I'm going to do the one that we know works from before, and you should be able to see it waking up. There we go. You see that one over on the left there? That is our guy, and then look at this shot. So that is one of the Tiny 2s peeking across. You can see a bit of digital artifacting, but that is the raw feed from, there you go, from this guy. And now we got something different going on, right? And so this guy tracks, and we get a little bit. Let's do. Okay. There we go. So we got a Brian, and I could say, hey, that Brian. There we go. So now I got a tracking target, and now I could say, keep it on my face. And you can see that the color on there is much better. Oh, I have it set to jackrabbit speeds, and I'm really zoomed in, so it's going to be a little bit fussy. So maybe I'll relax on the speed a bit. There we go. I'm going to go to slow. So now, there we go. So now it's not overcompensating every time I move somewhere. But, and by the way, just the act of me showing all this stuff off to you, huge, huge help. Huge, huge help, because it allows me to internalize all of this stuff. Now, longtime viewers, I also love this. You could set up where you want the me to be. So in this case, it's going to follow me, but it'll always keep me framed appropriately. And by the way, the beast I'm chasing, the white whale that I'm hoping to get, is the ability to show up with these three cameras. You know what? Actually, here. Yeah, these three cameras, and just set them up at a bar and do a full Scam Nation shoot, complete with hand tracking and the whole 9 yards. And one thing we're going to experiment with today is there's apparently an app on the phone that I can entirely just set up these cameras and switch between three of them on the remote while I'm live at the venue. And I want to do all of this public service announcement in service of virtualizing the Founders Day picnic. Founders Day picnic is coming up this Saturday. We're going to have incredible concerts. If you've ever seen Gone to Buffalo, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's start playing some of that. Let's just play a bunch of Jomo and the Possum Posse. That's going to be our official style guide now. From now through the event, and we're going to virtualize. I said visualize. We're going to virtualize the whole thing. Guy on a buffalo. There we go. There we go. So we're going to virtualize the whole thing, and for patrons, patreon.com/modernrogue. Patreon.com/modernrogue. Ryer is going to be your host. He's going to be there the entire day, hosting the virtual chat room. We're going to set up these guys because now I got three of them. We're going to set them up on the big boom jib. So, like, we're going to be able to get shots of swinging out over the crowd. We're going to pack inside the soundstage, which means we hit the exact right sweet spot. We're hoping for around 75 live attendees, which is going to feel really monstrously on top of each other inside that space. Okay, so just then I triggered the what do you call it? The hand waving thing. Like, now it's no longer locked on me. But if I do this, yeah. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, Founders Day virtual experience is coming up. So this is familiar territory, using this app to control everything. I'm still making it intuitive what things do what, but it's getting faster and better, and I'm learning to trust the presets. Here, I'm going to get real close, and what you're going to see is my face will remain tracked, but as it gets close, it'll be in focus, and eventually it'll kick in that shallow depth of field. You could already kind of see it here with this out of focus, but you'll see it even better when I get close. Sorry I made you look at my forehead. But man, I just want more Jomo. Where's a playlist of everything? Playlists. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so let's check up with the... Well, and again... All right, that'll do. All right, checking in with chat. Daniel, Brendan, Josh. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're headed for, Josh. Yeah, there is a remote control. I don't know how the remote control works, Ray. We're going to find that out together. You can also see on the remote that it's got this little clicky doodle thing, kind of like a Nintendo Switch. That is because they have a standalone monitor that is your live production thing. So you can switch from your different presets. You can select different things. You can zoom in, frame shots, and all that stuff. Kind of an open secret. I'm really hoping they'll sponsor us because I like their stuff a lot. And let's see what else we got. No, Great Night patrons don't get shafted. I am on the Modern Road live stream. Yeah, it does look like a cameraman, and it's really fun. It'll track humans when you actually walk out of frame. Here, we'll watch this. I didn't think about the reflection on there. That's going to mess you up. All right. There we go. All right. So now I'm going to run. Let me see if is it playing the whole? Yeah, it is. I'm going to run 2 more HDMI cables in so that we could see just switching with 3 of these. Again, difference is huge. Once you see it, you really see it. Like that's not bad. That's neat. Like that's pretty cool. Nice FPS. But I don't think anyone will mistake this and this. This is good. This is going to be freaking great, which is what we're setting up now. So let me just give a shot. That'll give you a sense of presence for all 3 of these.
strumming away on the door. I wish I had somebody to blow your way. I wish I had someone I could canoe with, but she's at duetting and I'm singing that solo. Oh, picking up steam and I know you tried, but you never even could afford a ticket to ride. Way off track is the only thing that you ever got. Pulling out of the station, you got all the information, but you gonna hurt yourself trying to catch a train of thought. Yeah, you gonna hurt yourself trying to catch a train of thought. Well, you left me at La Quinta, all by myself. You told me that was where to meet you. Now you're with someone else. You could be over at the Motel 6 at the Super 8. I wonder how long you're gonna make me wait at La Quinta. Oh yeah, class reunion, you're looking great. What are you doing? Out of date. How come we never hung out back then? I think we could have been a little more than friends. But you left me in La Quinta, all by myself. You told me that was where to meet you. Now you're with someone else. You could be over at the Motel 6 at the Super 8. I wonder how long you're gonna make me wait at La Quinta. Oh yeah. Hey, I remember this song. You wanna hit the dance floor? As we get older, we got to take a chance, mom. Baby, you got nothing going on later on tonight. I'm staying at Kingdom.
Okay, so here's where that puts us. Okay, we now have 2 of the HDMI quads running, which is good. This is still the same camera. Oh, don't. Stop it. Knock it off. Great. Okay, so this is the same familiar camera, but I have not internalized a name for it. This is 8E. 28E. I don't know how to make a name out of. I'll just call it 8E. 80. 8E. We should label it. 72528E. 28E. Everybody should know that 280. 280. He's the original. He's the grandpa. He's the guy, he's the pioneer. He's right now explaining all the prison rules to the other robot. He's saying like, all right, he gets real excited. Just wait for him to talk about empowering independent content creators. Watch out. I just realized I got to do the same dance that I did all those months ago. I got to wrap these around all the way around.
Welcome back to the Texas music scene. Now we've got something special for you from our recent taping session here in Galveston, Texas. Jomo and the Possum Posse are here to perform White Claw Angels.
Oh, wait a minute.
2024 album, Yesterday's Coffee. Here's Jess, Jomo, and Brian.
There we go.
White Claw Angels is a story about a guy who's kind of down on his luck and he's got hard times, he's got trouble, but it's mostly because he chooses the wrong women. And he wants to do a different thing, but he can't control it. He can't help himself. It's sort of a guitar-driven song, I think, and it's one of the most fun songs for us to play.
725-280.
Really like it. It's a little bit down tempo, which is unique for us.
It's pretty rare for what we do.
Yeah.
Well, Lucinda's been talking nonstop about them earrings she's seen at the pawn shop. She said they're gonna make her look just like Delta Bird. And she knows I can't afford it, but she looks at me when them painted up eyes low. They didn't no question.
So the important part is that from across the room, I want to be able to instantly identify. Ideally, these should be all different colors. By the way, if you guys want to make the Possum Posse's day, hit them up on X or Twitter or whatnot. Let them know how excited you are to see the show. All right, now we're going to meet our next one. This is Tail 2 724 7D0. I'd like to think he's a I'd like to think this one is a Dungeons and Dragons player. But he's bad at it. He rolls a D0. Yeah. What's going on? Oh, I'm focusing the wrong camera. That's what's going on. So, bot 4, auto. There we go. So, 7D0. It's waking up for the first time. All right, so I'm gonna. Do you guys know in the chat there's one that's like higher fidelity, but another is more reliable between Wi-Fi 5 gigahertz or 2.4 gigahertz. Which is the more reliable around the place? G. James B, a D0, a D1 is a marble, now that I think about it, but a D0 is a virtual one. Ah, thank you very much. Dave's been bad. 2.4 is the more, air quotes, reliable. Yeah, I'm gonna do. Oh, actually, the app says it's recommended to do 5 gigahertz. All right. So, I guess I can always switch these over, but this is something I'm saying out loud so that it anchors in my brain that at some point I'm going to be wanting to be walking around campus, and I'm going to want to forget that I'm on 5 gigahertz, and I'm going to think, I should go to the 2.4 gigahertz. 2.4 isn't the one that's on microwave oven level, right?
All right, thank you very much.
I don't know where to put the password in that it won't be on camera. Hey. Oh my God. Egads. Yeah, let's get more Jomo and the Possum Posse going. That's a playlist of the full album. I want more. Where's playlists? Singles? Sure. Okay, so, it wants to do the latest firmware. I guess I shouldn't I? Oh, that'll be boring, but that's fine. Now I'm doing the other YouTuber face, though. Hey, what did you guys think of the editing live session with Tom Nash's stuff? Who I think Tom might be peeking in here. I texted him that we're testing all these out and setting them up. He seemed intrigued. So hopefully he's going to join us. I'd love to do more stuff with him. Yeah, okay, so it is microwave is 2.4. That's hilarious. We won't have it set up in time for Founders Day this year, but when we set everything up originally, I did have the wisdom to run Cat 6 cable from the HQ proper all the way down to the soundstage. And I did just totally reconfigure a comparable streaming beast to this guy that's looking for a home. So we're back to Brian has to white knuckle to get through Founders, but once we do, I think we'll be able to set up 2 streaming setups so that we'll be able to, which again, this will allow me to record content direct to hard drive, which is going to tighten up the production pipeline, which, by the way, is getting better and better. I don't know if you guys noticed this. We're coming on 7 months of every single thing that's posted, with the exception of the official Modern Rogue episodes, has been done by your guy. And now we're finally at a place too where I get to start sharing the process, all of you. The idea is, and I didn't announce this beforehand because talk is cheap. I like action, not words. What I hope you guys have figured out is that live is the completely transparent full experience live feed of the creation of everything, of the entire engine. We started off with small things because I could affect small things at first. So that's my attention was paid to shorts on the Mono Rogue channel and a burst of shorts on the Scam Nation channel. Then I got to the process of being able to figure out a regular, steady drumbeat of new material for the Scam Nation channel to keep that fed. And now people are accustomed to the idea of 4K ad-free Mono Rogue Perfect editions. But I've also been able to, because finally all of this is created, I've been able to do scam sessions, which are fast turnaround. And then now, thanks to the latest part with the high fidelity of these cameras, we'll be able to go even better and faster. Because, I mean, my problem is not coming up with, things up here. The problem is getting them turned around fast enough to make stuff happen. Here, firmware is upgrading. So you guys go ahead and queue up your questions in both of the chats. And I'll play this song for you because I like it a lot. Oh, except for boy, that would have been great if it just switched over like I wanted it to.
525,600 users logged on to Farmers Only last fall. And one night at the corporate base of operations, there were major complications when the new IT guy plugged the server straight into the wall, y'all. He didn't use a surge protector. He didn't use a surge protector. No, he didn't even use a surge protector. What? Accumulating cumulonimbus gathered from Missoula, Idaho, and out of Memphis. From Albuquerque on up to St. Paul. And with a lightning strike on that fateful night, the database took a digital flight to the far reaches of the cyber sprawl, y'all. Because he didn't use a surge protector. No, he didn't even use a surge protector. Didn't use a surge protector. Now, the night was taken back by the lonely. The night farmers only had a data breach. Firewalls evaporated, love precipitated from the cloud to the people on the streets. Yeah. To the people, the cloud 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 to the people.
You got your black people meet, you got your Christian mingle, you got your J date. It should be easy being single, cause they all wanna tell you that love could be computed. But that night the digital database all got convoluted, and love, it rained down, it was invisible like the predator. A lion with a lamb and my grandmother with a redditor. In the echo chamber, everybody sounds so stupid. Variety's the spice and it's better than OK Cupid.
I stumbled, I mumbled, my confidence, it tumbled, my rhymes all got jumping, these girls got me humbled. When I used to talk to girls, I get a huge rejection, had me ugly crying, swiping left, all my own reflections. That's not a hurt my inbox chime, she wasn't even my sign, but when we got together, it was like, and logically, I couldn't see, trying to make it work, cause she resides on the outside of my typical social network. This girl, I thought, yo, she wasn't my type, but our wires crossed last night, all I wanna do is swipe right. All I wanna do is swipe right. All I wanna do is swipe right. Well, the night was taken back by the lonely. The night farmers only had a data breach. And firewalls evaporated. Love precipitated from the cloud to the people on the streets. Yeah, the night was taken back by the lonely. The night farmers only had a data breach. Firewalls evaporated. Love precipitated.
All right. Thank you, boys. That was a damn fine job. You did a great job. Keep the stream afloat on a buffalo. There we go. That's kind of a weird. You know what? I kind of dig this. This is a weirdly pushed in shot. If it was the full screen, like if it was like this. Oh wait. Oh. Interesting. Look at that. Well, that's cool. All right. I approve. Okay, so now we're going to try out the new camera that's had the firmware updated. All right. So 80 is the old hand. And now we got the new character on the scene. The Dungeons and Dragons playing. Oh! That's its name. Oh! D0. Oh! And oh, is that a sexy shot that I am going to now plug in? See it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Camera update successful. Does not have an SD card. That's understandable. Look at that. Look at that shot. The big hair, the bushy teeth. Did that get herky-jerky for you guys? Oh. Yeah, it does seem kind of... Oh, it's trying to... So I got to double-click to do that. I'm going to do very slow pan. Let's see if this pan works. Oh. Is that smooth? That's a really hard shot to track right around on. I'll tell you what, though. There's one of the other fellas. Yeah, it is a little herky-jerky. I don't know if that's... let's see. Total system resources are at 64. We are doing a lot. We're doing 4K 60 frames per second as the working environment, and then we're also reducing things down to the stream. Let me double check the stream settings. Quality is 1080p on Twitch, and it's 1080p on YouTube. So it's, I would imagine a lot of that re-encoding is doing some heavy lifting on it. So, all right, well, let's see how the tracking goes. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah. This is input 8. Okay, so I'll change that to... Actually, no. That'll be fine. So...
Hey, what do you know about the critter camp? I don't know. Is it a camp for critters? Wait, why am I asking you about the critter camp? You and me are the same guy. Well, who put a weasel in a bin full of balls? Why's that hedgehog a drinking so fast? Who's that bird think he is lifting weights? And if a fox bites your hand when you try to use the internet, why would you keep him behind your desk? Don't them hamsters have any respect for personal space? I guess not. So hey, what's the deal with the critter camp? Why you asking me about critter camp? We already talked about this. You and me are the same guy. Yeah. Is that the biggest worm ever? Or just a real small tortoise? And what's wrong with that goat? Oh, catch him. Oh, he's okay. Go play with your friends. Can we all agree that that fox on a stove and drinking mellow yellow now? I'm confused. So I don't know about the critter camp, but I've been told about the critter camp. Yeah, what you been told about critter camp? You and me are the same guy. Okay, I bluffed about being told about the critter camp. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Nobody's told me about the critter camp. Yeah, I know. We're the same guy. Dude, what's with the attitude, man? I don't know, you just keep asking me about the critter camp. I was curious about it, man, because I thought it was kind of interesting. Sorry. Yeah, but we're the same guy, though. Yeah, but did you see the super fast hedgehog tongue thing?
All right, you ready for this?
Easy, right? It was super fast. Did you see it? We are the same mouse.
Till I came home to see that she was packing that Samsonite. I said, we going on a trip? She said, not quite. I said, what about me? She said, what about you? I said, well, what am I supposed to do? She said, if you can just wait right here, that'd be dynamite. She said, we're picking up steam, and I know you tried, but you never even could afford a ticket to ride. Way off track is the only thing that you ever got. We're pulling out of the station. You got all the information, but you're gonna hurt yourself trying to catch a train of thought. All them late nights coming home after dawn.
All right, so that little bit of herky jerk,
I probably should have noticed she was slowly moving.
that little bit of herky jerk, I'm just going to have to chalk up to that being us trying to work in a 4K environment and stream at the same time, which is going to be different than the recording live to hard drive. Okay, so now let me see. I guess next up, we're going to see if we can stream. Well, first, let me set up the third of these. So that means I got to go get more. Got to get another HDMI. Figure out where that guy's going to go. Also, I got a wireless keyboard so that I could do this stuff all over the studio, which is also going to be a lot better now. It's happening. All of this is going to map onto my neurons, and I'm eventually going to perceive all of this place as my physical body. Well, that's why we got two shots that are almost the same. All right. So here's where we're at. I found this beauty, this super, super long HDMI, which I'm going to do on the third camera. And unfortunately, fortunately, I don't know. Yes, fortunately, that'll be our setup for the 3 here in studio. And then next up, we're going to see if we could do live switching with all 3 over Wi-Fi, which will be, forgive me if I've said this before, a game changer. Wait, go back. All right.
Well, it's all over me.
Okay, so that's oh right there, I believe. So we got oh, we got AE, and now we got ECA, ECA. So I'm gonna turn this on. It's going to. The camera's being turned on. Ooh la la. It's gonna ask me for a firmware upgrade, but I'm gonna start by verifying that what we got works. Damn it. There we go. It is freaking rad, this view that I got right here. Seeing the, hold on. Seeing the forest of cameras by way of silhouette. Hey, and we got another one. Now it's going to tell me to, whoa, oh. Yeah, guys, look, this is a game changer for anybody who's doing anything interesting that requires live in the field, fast turnaround of a sufficient quality. I expect that I was just lucky enough to be here early on this, and so my magician brain is kicked in, wondering how long I have before everyone else figures out how to do what you're seeing right here. But next up, I'll try placing these in several different locations. We'll get a little bit of a tour of what the new reality will look like for all the podcast stuff. Spoiler alert, I think it's going to look pretty good. And then we'll see what the streaming straight from YouTube looks like completely within the OBS Spot ecosystem. Looks like it's in the middle of upgrading. Oh. Oh. Well, that's right. I could do this here. I don't even need to see what I'm supposed to see. Here, you can see. You see that guy flashing, doing the upgrade dance. Hello, Overlord Human. What is thy bidding? My bidding is be awesome. Okay, let's check in with oh hey, Chris, right on. Okay, let's see what we've got in the chat here. Would it be Founders Day if Brian wasn't white knuckling something? Man, it'll be great when it isn't. But if there's, y'all know if I've survived flying up to the sun, I'm just going to find a brighter star to get too close to. Josh asks if I'm rendering 2 streams or using Restream. I am rendering 2 streams, which almost certainly is slowing things down. Chris asks if we could write scripts to do any forced perspective shots like pull out and digital zoom at the same time. You better believe you can. All you have to do on that is set a preset at one place and then walk towards the camera as it tracks and zooms in. It's awesome. It is really awesome. Brian needs a wireless stream deck. I have one. The app is pretty good. That'll be something that I've got to set up. But of course, the tedious part is not so much the magical mechanics of the what's possible with the stream deck. It's the limitation is you've got to build the model inside your mind, and there's no substitute for that. But as my BFF Donald Schwarzenegger says, that's. Whenever I do an impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm doing it too fast because I listen to the audiobook at like 1.5 speed. So he's like really hyped up, caffeinated, excited to share with you. My friend Donald Schwarzenegger says, there's no substitute for doing the reps. You must look in the mirror and see yourself as you are, not as you want to be or what you would imagine you would be like. The number one problem everybody makes is they don't look at themselves as they are. When I first went to become leader of the 6th greatest economy on the planet, the state of California, I watched my VHS tape of me giving a speech, and I thought, this is terrible. This is terrible. Because being an actor, you have writers that write amazing dialogue. But when you're giving a speech, you must speak from the heart. Okay, so... Yeah, Daxter asked if that watch has a spotlight. It sure does. That is the killer game feature, especially as I think we talked about this. I went and did my first old person physical where they gave a test. I was like, the fuck is this test? And then I realized, this is an old person test. I have to remember a shopping list. And then one of those was the night vision test. And everything is degrading exactly on schedule, which means, unfortunately, for computers and electronics, everything, heaven forbid, anything should be readable. So they put, number one, it's black on black, and it's not even like they'll just have it raised in the plastic elements on there. So it's dark under a desk. It's black raised text on black plastic. And my 50 years old eyes are supposed to be able to know what the hell's going on? No, I don't think so. Hence, my new favorite, beep boop, beep boop, 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 beep boop. Yeah, this is the Garmin Phoenix 8 is the watch. Oh, yeah. By the way, chat room, you actually do me a service every time you ask your question that gives me an excuse to remind people that we need money to fund things. So there's a few different ways. One thing that is coming up is today I have to shoot a advertisement for the new mysterious 4th Brian Brushwood book test, which is awesome. If you guys know the Brian Brushwood book test, you know that it's the best of breed. And the only way it could be better would be if nobody knew which book it is, which is what I'm going to do with the 4th book test. There's an active disinformation campaign. The only way to know what the 4th book taste is, the only way to know is to put down a $25 deposit to get one. And even then, you'll also receive a disinformation kit so you can help camouflage the actual which book it is. Let's see.
I'm your best friend and you know that's right. But your young bride ain't home tonight. Since you've been gone, you've been
I don't, Chris Bricker's asking, how's the bokeh, B-O-K-E-H for these camera? I don't know what, I've heard that word, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, thank you very much, Chris. That's my favorite response. It's, yeah, I'm owning it. Half a century and counting. Elder Gen Xer, I think. I don't know. Okay, so we've got a new one. What's his name? Ika? We've got Ika. Yep. Okay, so now what that means is, yeah. Cool. So now let me get it plugged in on the 3rd HDMI. Look at that hairline. That hairline doesn't scream 50. Maybe it does. You know what? Almost certainly it does. Forget about the hairline. Nobody talk about the hairline. Nobody acknowledge the hairline. Okay, so we got quad 2, quad 3, quad 4. So now I just got to add quad 1, add input, camera. Nope, didn't like that at all. And there we are again, but this one's going to be different. Let me change the name of it. This one will be called Tail. What did I say? Ika?
That'll work. When you went to it,
Yeah, this is Ika.
couldn't keep it together. Like,
Yeah.
got to get it. It's so good.
All right, so now let's do this. I'm going to switch.
I got a good friend who's a ranger up in Yellowstone. He said they're putting in a water feature up there. Old Faithful's getting old. You can't ask folks to wait a whole hour, 'cause they won't do it. This new one fires off every 5 minutes, and there's a lazy river next to it. Yeah, but you need it. You didn't know it, but you need it. I guess you know it when you see it. You didn't know it, but you need, but you need it. You didn't know it.
Okay, so now we're far enough along that I'm just going to save this guy as a new setup. Yeah, we're really redlining here. We're doing a lot. We've got, just to keep track, Icarus 7 bots is what I'm calling it. Here we are. We got 7 robot cameras. This is insane. Wow, how far we've come. Okay, so
I guess you know it when you see it. You didn't know it, but you need it. But you need it. You didn't know it, but you need it. I guess you know it when you see it. You didn't know it, but you but you need it. Come on, guy. I guess you know it when you see it. You know now you repeat it. You didn't know it, but you need it.
Birds are joining in with me. Going crazy.
oh wow, I just discovered another benefit. This plays so much nicer with refresh rates. Like that screen over there to the left is a nightmare normally. So oh, okay, so right there we get a little bit of that refresh. Wonder if I were to change the refresh rate on this to... Okay, so it's doing 30p right now. Well, that's wild. It just dropped it to 30 frames per second. I wonder what that's all about. Let's try 5994, see if that looks any different. No. Yeah, it's still dropping it to 30p. I'll figure out what that means, but that's a layer of abstraction that we don't need to sweat. Supermodel. So it loses the target there. So now let me set up a shot. Let's see how much we can get with oh, that's interesting. After a while it gets bored and it's like, I didn't even think you were there, man. How fun is this? All right.
Well, on a rainy Wednesday morning, that's the day that I was born in that old sharecropper's one-room country shack. They say my mammy left me same day that she had me, said she hit the road.
Okay. I guess at this point,
I just thought I'd mention that my grandma's old lady
yeah, at this point I got to
I'm standing here today.
I got to start setting up the Stream Deck on the mobile device just to, like, we have so many freaking cameras now. I guess I could plug 2 back in. Yes, hell, let's do it. Let's be some Icarus looking Nimmereffers.
Ain't no need y'all to treat me this way.
In before it becomes a meme of Brian saying, just one more camera, bro. Just one more camera.
I don't guess I'll ever find another woman put together like you are. You're wiggling, you're walking in your big city talking, and your daddy's brand new Plymouth ragtop car. And it's hurry up and wait in this world to give and take. Seems like haste it makes for waste every time. I swear to my soul when I hear the majors roll, you better know I'm gonna get my share of mine. I've been to Georgia on a fast train, honey. I wasn't born yesterday. Got a good Christian raising and an 8th grade education. Ain't no need.
Co-host is coming online. So I just got it right here.
I've been to Georgia on a fast train, honey. I wasn't born no yesterday. I got a good Christian raising and an 8th grade education. Ain't no need y'all to treat me this way. Ain't no need y'all to treat me this way. Ain't no need y'all to treat me this way.
All right, so bot 1 is 2 MF. Bot 3 is MF. Bot 4 is 1 MF, so that means bot 2 has to be 3 MF.
Well, it was on the day we met on the internet. I asked her for a little photograph. She said it don't know what I mean. Said I know it's ugly, and I said, girl,
Ugly ain't the half, look at you.
Well, you got blue teeth and you only got 2 teeth, but I kind of like to see you smile. And it appears that over the years you've turned into a big old steaming pile.
All right, so now I got to check. Let's see, everything else is 1080p 60. 1080p 60, so this one needs to be 1080p 60. Most people's standards.
Hey, but you're all right by my
Nope. Oh, that's interesting. This guy just left. You done left. Let me burp you. Let me burp you.
It was on our first date. I showed up right about 8, and she came to the front door. I said, I'm gonna wait right here while you go put on a little makeup. And she said, do I need to put on more? And I was like, probably ought to, yeah. Cause you got that one crazy eye and that one hazed over lazy eye. But I kinda dig that ugly grin. Hell, maybe it's your dermatitis, girl. Maybe
There we
it's
go.
your
Come on.
gingivitis. Either way, none
Come
of
on.
my friends
You
have
got
asked
it.
about your twin. She said,
Where are you at?
"Yeah, I know I ain't no supermodel." I said, at least you're self-aware. And that's fine. That's fine. Cause you're pretty ugly by most people's standards. But you're alright by mine. Hold your applause, please. And maybe I never told her that she looks pretty, y'all. But she can never say I lied, right? And maybe she's
outside.
Yeah. She got them blue teeth. She only got them 2 teeth. I kinda like that ugly grin. Even though she looked like she fell off a dirt bike and landed right on her chin like 8 or 9 times. She said, I know I ain't no supermodel. I said, I ain't gonna argue with that, baby, but that's fine.
Ah, come on. You got it. You got it. You can do it. You can do it. Not recognized. Malfunction. My left foot. Yeah, let's do this.
Ridiculous understatement, but that's fine. You're pretty damn ugly by most people standing. But you're alright by. 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 You're alright by mine. True story. Well, she's holding something against me. Lord knows it ain't no fun. I should have seen her coming from a mile away. Should have just turned and run. Oh, she's always been crazy, but she's also been lazy. Yes, the crazy part finally won. 'Cause now she's holding something against me. It's the very love of her shotgun. And she's holding something against me. It's that very love of her shotgun. We was down at the Hong Kong Super Buffet. I says, you look like you weigh 1 ton. That was well received. She went and got all peeved, but I thought it was a pretty good pun. Decent at least. But she's holding something against me. It's the very love of her shotgun. Well, Lord, you know I tried being a good one, but I done things that I shouldn't have done.
All right. I'm going to have to set up a stupid shot.
Me, that's a shame, 'cause her aim is second to none. Oh, Lord, now she's holding something against me, and it's that very love of her shotgun. I accidentally got liquored up at the family reunion. And after an awkward game of Twister, I told her that her sister's better looking and a lot more fun. But she is, but now she's holding something against me. It's that very love of her shotgun. All right. You know she's holding something against me. It's that very love of her shotgun. Well, he's tripled all of his exes over the last decade. And he keeps
Oh, man. I wrote a note of how to duplicate a shot. And I wrote it in the file so that I wouldn't lose it. And now I don't remember where I wrote that note. Hold on. I think it's E.
faces at the adult video store. Tina's
Here's what I do.
and old Mark's restocking the shelves. And then there
Here we go. Look at this. All right. So on 2 weeks ago, on March 12th, I created a thing that just says, I created a preset with a note from my past saying, new input, copy from to duplicate, fixed bot 1 through 4 vmix. So I'm going to do add input. And I need to do copy from. That's not helpful. Ah, there we go. I got you. All right, so here I'll do add input, and I'll make it a color. It'll just be black. And then I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna do copy from source. I'll do this one. Okay, and now I'm just gonna call this one everything. Name. Every camera, question mark. I don't know if you're allowed to use question marks. Sometimes they're finicky over that kind of thing. All right, and then now I will change this to layers. Well, I guess these are kind of right.
Well, now Tina, she's telling him all about a new arrival. She done been eyeing, said recently, released knockout of a saving Private Ryan. That's the one, yeah. But when he sees the cover, his jaw falls to the floor. Familiar faces at the video store. And now Thanksgiving dinner feels like a big ol' awkward chore. Familiar faces at the video store. There's familiar faces at the video store.
Where? Oh man, this is so many of them. Ah, all right, here. Let me just get these all pointed in the right spot. All right, that's that one. Go home. I gotta label that one Ika.
Good people, I'm feeling like a Jack Ingram Songwriter Series special full performance.
Let's do.
Jomo and the Possum Posse doing Girl from Acadiana. In 3, 2, 1, take it away,
All right,
action.
ECA.
Girl from Acadiana is oddly a true story. I used to spend a lot of time in Lafayette. They call it Lafayette over there. And I was working for an event, and next door to the offices for the event was this bank, and there was a girl in there, and she was really good looking, and 3 or 4 of us guys decided one of us had to go over there and try to talk to her. And I think it was me, and I did. And then when I got in there, you know, it was
Sounded like the song.
it was this what happens in the song. It was kind of a deal breaker, oddly. And everything about Lafayette and the Acadiana region down there is awesome. I always had great food, met awesome, cool people, but that one girl that I met, I couldn't get over the accent. So that's what this is about.
All right, we got 2080, Ika, and oh,
Well, I almost fell in love with a girl in Acadiana. We were dancing through the Zydeco, but it was so loud I couldn't hear what she was talking about. She had a face like an angel, she had a body like a dream. And then I finally heard her talking, and Lord, I was out, totally out. She said the day after tomorrow we're gonna go visit my brother over in Mamou. I said, what? I'm gonna fix that cool ass there, but the big old retro booty. And yeah, I said no. We're gonna head over to New Iberia, still get ready for the Mardi Gras. We're gonna take that party to the big city, Lafayette, Casabon. Hey! Well, I almost fell in love with the girl in Acadiana. Dancing through the Zydeco, but it was so loud I couldn't hear what she was talking about. She had a face like an had a body like a dream. And then I finally heard her talking, and oh Lord, I was out, yeah.
Let's see, which one am I missing?
The next thing you know, I started talking just like her. And I thought to myself, oh Lord, what am I gonna do? That's when she propositioned me to get into a pirogue with her. I was like, that ain't fine by me, even if it's a fine by you. Get it, Brian? By you. I almost fell in love with the girl in Acadiana. Danced to the swamp pop, but it was so loud I couldn't hear what she was talking about. She had a face like an angel, she had a body like a dream. And then I finally heard her talking, and ooh Lord, I was out, yeah. So listen, if y'all ever meet a girl down there in Acadiana, and you're thinking to yourself, she's hot, man, I got to try this. Don't do it, man. The accent's a deal breaker. It's not worth it, trust me. Although it was probably worth a quick roll in the haze. She got the laryngitis. Cause she's gonna say day after tomorrow, we're gonna go visit my brother over in Mamu. I'm gonna fix that coon ass up with a big old batch of Buddha, yeah. We're gonna head over to New Iberia, get ready for the Mardi Gras. We're gonna take that party into the big city. Levy a Casabon. Hey, I almost fell in love with a girl in Acadiana, yeah. Oh, we was dancing to this out of code. It was so loud I couldn't hear what she was talking about. She had a face like an angel, had a body like a genie. Oh, and I finally heard her talking.
So that's interesting. That's a good use case reason to speed up the, what do you call it? To speed up the, I can word, to speed up the tracking on it. Ah, I cropped this. That's what I did. Because I thought it was clever.
All right, my friends. I'm feeling like, let me think. Oh, like a Jack Ingram Songwriter Series special full performance. Now, here's Jack with a good one all teed up and ready for us. All right, ready, Mr. Ingram. Jack, hey, we're ready for you. Take it away.
Yeah, Brother Ray, it's time for my songwriter series. You know, there's a hell of a lot more to Jomo and the Possum Posse than their Guy on a Buffalo video series, which coincidentally have over 10 million views on YouTube, and those are damn funny. This outfit mixes rockabilly, honky-tonk, and bluegrass with their special blend of wit and humor, and they've got swagger to boot. Dubbing themselves the greatest band in the world possibly ever. Look out, here they are, Jomo and the Possum Posse.
Sticking the Sticks is kind of an instructional number. We thought it would be cool to have a song that basically taught you how to do something in the song. Jess
Hairline
is only,
cam.
20 years
Let's
old.
do it.
And he started playing with us when he was 13, and he got his driver's license at some point. And
It was much too late. Super late. Which I
18.
think inspired the song a little bit.
Yeah.
I was 18.
So we used to talk about
There we
how
go.
Jess, basically the song was designed for Jess to get in his car,
That's
put in the
crazy.
disc, lock the doors, and be able to go from there and drive around. Yeah,
It didn't work.
it didn't work.
All right, we're getting close to seeing if we can stream on 3 of these guys all at once. So, Ika 28E, the old man. Oh! And then let me see if I can try. Well, I guess I suspect I'll get faster. Oh, that's wild. This doesn't have the de-interlacing on it. Interesting. Have you guys been able to see that interlacing the whole time? Have I somehow just not noticed it?
Sometimes that's reverse and then give it a little gas with a nice slow attack. But you moved your red foot, so now you might roll back. Well, ease off the clutch, start on steady.
I guess in the small mode, you don't notice. Okay, let's do a lap. Let's see what you guys are talking about.
You ready now? Go.
Yeah, I think the monitor is a weird refresh rate.
Well, we shift to the left, shift to the right, shift it up and down.
There's some chatter of
Now you're shifting that much.
the L mount. I don't know what the L mount is. I am certain you guys will tell me.
You better be real quick, 'cause you don't want to stall out in your stick. Way out in the sticks.
Ah, that's right. That's the next thing I was going to do is I'm going to speed up the tracking on each of these. I'm going to standardize these. So no SD card, that's correct. And so now I'm going to learn in the AI land. I'm going to set the speed to fast on all three of these. So I wish it would display the name when I selected it. So from location, I think that's, oh. Nope, that was Ika. Okay, so Ika is set to fast. Now we'll set Do.
Now when the tack gets up around 3K,
That's set to fast.
like it's running away. Well,
So now
gas and put the clutch on the ground. Slide that shifter out
I'll go to 80
on the gas with the easy touch.
and I'll set that one to fast. And now it's getting easier for me to find those locations. This is the equivalent of, I'm certain somebody somewhere out there live streams their workouts. You're just watching that. Ah, see, this is slow. Let's go to fast.
When you're coming to a stop, or you can downshift if you're on a steep drop it now. 'Cause dropping a stop it, yeah. Well, we shift to the left, shift to the right. Shift it up and down until the shift feels right. Watch out now. Yo, shifting that much. You don't start riding on the clutch. Stay starting on a hill. Hey, you better be real quick, man. You don't wanna
Guys, they all turn
stall out in your stick. Way out there in the middle of the stick. Stick in the sticks, yeah. Stick in the sticks, yeah. Yo, stick in the sticks, yeah. Stick in the sticks, yeah.
Coming to you live from Annie B's Bar and Lounge, Jomo and the Possum Posse.
Well, we got an invitation to go to some sort of shop. She said, get off of your family, baby, 'cause it starts in like a half an hour. I was just sitting by the TV. That's when she cut the power. Now
All right, guys. So here's what I got. I've set all of these to crazy on the speed.
then she liquored me up.
I was totally down.
I said, you can be the queen, baby, just bring me the crown. I'm gonna hop on the microphone, maybe try raising a toast. I might holler out loud, which gives I think cost them more than I'm gonna do it, yeah. Well, now I got burnt out working, so the wife booked a cruise. We gonna hit
All right, guys. We're going to play Robot Hide and Seek. Here we go.
big blue dog. It's shooting about it, the in-laws. I'm talking about the cousins and the nephews. Now, I don't even like my job at all, baby dog, but if I had to choose, well, I ain't going nowhere. Then she liquored me up. I was totally down. I said, you can be the queen, baby, just bring me
Okay. Oh, man. So I've lost that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Shush, 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 Jomo. Shush, shush, Jomo. Hey, Hawk. Good to see you. Okay. So now let's go on to the next part of the game. It may stop. Oh, you know what? We'll do what we did before. We'll stream to my personal account, which I think worked before. So I'm going to disconnect. So right now it's found all three and it controls all three. Everything is hunky-dory within the Wi-Fi ecosystem. So now we're going to add a new chapter and we're going to see what OBS Bot Live looks like. So live streaming of screen, question mark. I guess landscape. Yep. Oh, fascinating. Okay, so here's what it's doing. Devices found. Oh, this is neat. Okay, so here, you can see. Yeah, we'll do this. Let me. There we go. Oh, this is working out really well because in studio I could just use these for low fidelity stuff. But basically, it found the three OBS Bot Tail 2s, and it can also use the actual cell phone here. So the cell phone will be the studio from which it streams. So I'm going to say streaming landscape. It is searching, and I'm going to add each of these. Screw it. Let's go all the way. They're all sources. Well, I guess they're already in there. Next step. Now it's checking the network. Let me bring you guys in on this. Oh man, guys, look at how much better at this I'm getting. How cool. All right, that's fine. So you can see that it sees 80 Ecas over there. That's Do. That's Do. 80 Do Eca. I could do all this. Okay, so let's do a picture in picture, I guess. Oh, look at that. Well, that's neat. Yeah. So we'll just say this will be our test. Just a simple one of these. Setup. What? What did that mean? I don't know what I just saw. But I do know that I'm able to switch between. Oh, wow. Guys, look at this. You could switch between this is all from device. How amazing. Okay, cool. Yeah, that works. All right, so now look at that. I can do text. You could do an image or a GIF. Testing OBS Bot stream. Look at that. All right, font color. We'll do, whoops. No, not that. Get out of here. Get out of here. When are you guys going to learn that you need font color? Can't be that. There we go. I am a silly turkey man. Oh. That's fine. Stop being white. Why you got to be so white? Knock it off. Yep, looks great. You did great. I am a... Okay, all right, so that's there. And then now, great, so we got sticker layers. I don't know what this is. Cool. Yep. That, fine. And then exit that. Okay. Screen streaming in progress. Well, that's not... What does that mean? What is that even? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It lets you do kind of a hunky-chunky version of stuff. It's close enough. Yeah. All right. And then do I stream from this? I figure, sure. Okay. There's transitions you can set up. This is bonkers. And the remote control I can set up. Hold on, let me set up this remote control. Connect. I want to connect to this. Sorry, we got people running all around this place. More cameras. Just one more camera, bro. Oh. This guy does not have power. So let me get power. All right. So now this guy is plugged right into power. Ha! Look at this. It's got me. It's got me. Hey, you want to check out this live stream? Here, we can go back to the chill music. No remote control found. I don't like the sound of this. I mean, it's plugged right in. Aha! There's a switch. You guys remember switches? Switches get stitches. All right. Remote. Yep, that's correct. Enter and exit PvP mode or PIP mode. Okay, so this is PIP mode. Power button is down here is the switch. Normal mode. White light camera connection. Green light. Whoa. Whoa. That's pretty cool, guys. Now it says, please log into the third-party live streaming platform. Select live streaming. Okay, no, see, let me see what it said. Yeah. Next step. Go to the third-party live streaming platform. Oh, I bet that would be the other OBS bot. I bet that would be this. Right? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Beginner tutorial. Let's go to the old man. So let me try one of these other guys and see if it is able to. Okay. So do I want to? Yeah, I guess I will. I'm going to kill this live stream. And then when I come back, it'll be hopefully with these 3 cameras, and I'll go back to the lapel mic transmitter setup, and then I don't know what that'll look like. I do need to find out what the heck this live thing meant. OBS Bot Live, I don't know what it means by the streaming software. I would expect that would be the kind of thing. There's probably a tutorial. If you guys know if there's a tutorial, I'll look it up. Kenny, these are brand new. They are, they literally came out last week. So we're all going to find out, but they certainly, in the demo videos, they do stuff like they go to a DJ and they take the camera and they're doing this business all around. So, I mean, I would imagine like any consumer electronics device, you don't want to beat them up, but they do very clearly, all of the demo videos are out in the field at events. So it looks like the play that they're making is to totally invade that space for like sports events, for little leagues, for all of that stuff. I mean, also high-end events, concert venues, and exactly what I'm doing here at the Modern Rogue. So hopefully that'll all be correct. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make the mistake of raising my hand? That's right, I did. There we go. Okay. So now what I don't know is quite simply screen streaming in progress, but I don't know to where. It does seem like somewhere. Yep, I'll tell you what. I'll go live. I'm going to shut this down and go live. When I come back, it may be silent. That'll be kind of weird. No, I'll actually set up. I'll tell you what. We're going to take 15, folks, and I'm going to come back. And when I do, it'll be on YouTube only. And sorry, Twitch. Nothing personal. It's just that I don't want to overload these things. We're going to go one step at a time. So we'll be back on YouTube. I'll have the mic on. This will be similar to what we did when we did the Wi-Fi tour of the property, only now we're going to try it with multiple cameras. So that should be pretty great. Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys. Bye bye. 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 Bye.